Hello, my beautiful curlies. Welcome to Curly Not Sorry, our unapologetic, mythbuster, rid of misinformation channel here on YouTube for all of you lovely, lovely curly haired people out there. Now, I know that there are a million and one YouTube channels. There's so many influencers that already talk about curl care and all of that, but unfortunately, most of it is misinformation. I have so many clients that come to me saying that this TikTok person told them to use this product, or this influencer from Instagram told them to use these products. And 9 times out of 10, I don't agree with any of it. And a lot of it is actually kind of damaging to your hair. So, with all of that misinformation out there, I thought I would come on here and put my educator hat to use and give you the real inside scoop, so that way we no longer have to deal with the hair trauma that we have had to deal with all our lives, and so that future generations no longer have to deal with that hair trauma either. Now, why should you listen to me? Well, first and foremost, my name is Devin. I clearly am a curly haired person, but I'm also a hairstylist. I have been for 15 years. I have been a curl specialist for 10 years. And much like many of you, I didn't actually start wearing my curls until I was 26. And that was already 5 years into my career. The reason being is the same as all of you. I had absolutely no idea what I was doing with curls. And even being a licensed cosmetologist, I still had no idea what I was doing with my curls. They don't teach it in cosmetology school. And trust me, there's going to be a whole episode about that. But I grew up with a Black mom and Mexican dad who had absolutely no idea what to do with natural curly hair, because they didn't grow up in an era where people were wearing their natural hair. They grew up in an era where people were chemically treating it, where they were either getting Jerry curls, even though they already had natural curl, or they were relaxing it to straighten it completely. And the only curls you saw out in the wild were perms. So I, needless to say, did not grow up knowing what to do with my hair. I went to cosmetology school at 19 and they don't teach it. So when I was 26, I had already fried my hair with heat and with bleach and color and all of the things, to the point where my curl was just completely dead. So one day I decided to do the big chop, as many of you have done, of course. And when my hair started growing back in its natural curl, it was me seeing it really in its full power for the first time since I was like 10. So I started really realizing how much I don't know about my own hair, and how much most people don't know about curly hair in general. So I started working at a salon that basically started my curl education, and I've been a curl specialist ever since. I love everything about it. I especially love when new clients come to me and they tell me the plethora of products that they're using at home, and I get to tell them that really they only need one. So that's what I'm kind of here to talk to you about, is what your hair truly needs, so that way you can sift through all of the misinformation that the internet is feeding to us. I will be super duper honest with you. I mostly use InnerSense and I work with InnerSense. Now, InnerSense is not endorsing my videos. They are not paying me to make these videos. I will never receive endorsement from product lines that I don't believe in, which is why you will hear me talk about InnerSense so much, because it's a brand that I believe in so much and I recommend them to most of my clients. And there are a few other brands that I will also be mentioning, but just know that I will never take endorsement from a brand that I don't believe in, and that I wouldn't use behind the chair, that I wouldn't use on my own hair, that I wouldn't recommend to any of you. And I will definitely do a little bit of brand calling out as well. We'll talk about ingredients, we'll talk about styling techniques, we'll talk about brushes, we'll talk about all kinds of tools that you can use to make your life easier, because curls really are not nearly as complicated as we've been made to believe. it's really not as hard to take care of our hair as branding and marketing wants us to believe to get us to buy 20 different products. So that's the majority of what we'll be talking about on this page. I hope you like, subscribe, and follow. You can find me on social media at Dev Does My Curls on both Instagram and TikTok. Those are the only platforms I use, and that alone is exhausting. So I hope you subscribe to our page. Curly Not Sorry, because curls were never the problem. Thank you.